Hello, everybody. It's Dandy Dragon bringing you the second part of this tournament. We are we had one player that had to drop out, and has been replaced though, and that was Emperor Jarn. He was switched out with a player called British Zeus, and obviously Nani and Nomad from the previous game also made it in, with Sai and Serona from the other lobby, and Patty and Dibby from the other lobby made it in. So let's take a look at what we got going on. So, here in the northeast, we're going to see Nani and Nomad with the same, with Zone again, but this time with Nomad on Rus. On the southeast, we're going to see Sai on Japan and Serona on Abbasid, it looks like. Southwest, we're going to see Ally Trex and his new partner, British Zeus. And in the northwest, we're going to see Patty and Dibby, who were the technical winners of their pod. So, we will see what they're going to be going for. Right now, just looking at the combinations of civs, I would say Zone and Roos are probably the strongest. Though, with the Allied's Elephants for Delhi being backed up by Japan legions, like that is also solid. Usually the issue with Elephants is that they're small in number and they can't pump out an efficient blob behind it, so they're kind of immobile. But if you're getting mounted samurai or Onabugeisha or Onamusha, it's Onamusha, then you're going to have a strong mobile army that can handle things while the elephants kind of push forward and they can tank the brunt. Now, first off, is anyone going to be going water? This is on a custom map by a local map creator by the name Nanayori. This one's called Meteor Impact. It's been pretty popular with our community. It's got, like King of the Hill, it's got a single sacred site in the middle with mass resources. Except now you don't have the layers of the mountaintop like you do on King of the Hill. So, let's see what we got going on. Obviously, like any FFA, it's going to be a little bit slow at the start, but hopefully it'll pick up. Now we're going to see Serona going for water first, and he'll be competing for it with Allied Trex. Allied being Delhi, I believe his fishing boats have the ability to fight early on, even in Dark Age, so he should be able to push Serona off the water here pretty quickly. We're going to see here with Nani, are their team going to go for water? Yes, Nomad's going to be going for water for his team. And then over here, we're going to see these two dinting off at British Zeus and Dibby are going to be competing for this water. Now, British Zeus is making a much bigger investment into it, so if that ends up, if he overcommits, that may cause him some issues, because there's not a ton of water here. You could probably get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can probably get about 10 to 14 fishing ships on here and late game, and have that can be a continuous food source. Though either way, it should help push into castle faster unless you lose your fishing ships. Like obviously, once they've made about 3 or 4 drop-offs, they will have paid for themselves and the dock. Yeah, because each one is going to be getting 20, I believe. Anything later on, they get 40. Or as if it may be 40 at the beginning. We will double check that here. Yeah, they gather 40 and then they return. So once they've made 4 trips, they'll have paid for the dock, and then if they get another trip and a half after that, they will have paid for the fishing boat. And obviously, if you have multiple fishing boats out, you're going to get more fishing. You're going to get more drop-offs faster, thus paying for itself faster. Math be mathin', boys. Now, alright, we're seeing a hard commit on the docks over here by Allied as well. I think, though, he can compete for it a little bit more. He's got the bow attack on those, which is going to allow him to push Rona off the water if he really wants to. And I think he should. No point in letting the Abbas get ahead of you. Kill this right here, because they kill this, then he's going to be denying his enemy a bunch of food, and this will have slowed him down while this will just continue to push. See, he's going to probably put an outpost to try to protect that dock and to attack any of those nearby fishing boats. And I don't, going after the wolf. Nomad being Roos, he's going for what's known as Bounty, which is this number right here. That'll increase his food gather rate and his hunting cabin gold generation by 65%, which is huge. That gold is no joke. He is probably mainly focusing on just that. Yep, see no mining camp. He was doing all his gold from deer kills, and he's got good gold. Like, should never look down on that. Now, roost fishing ships are interesting for those who do not know. They have they take up 2 pop instead of the standard 1, but they never have to drop back off at a dock. So once they're built, even if your dock dies, they will continue to gather and drop off food by themselves, which is insanely helpful when being raided. Because even if you lose the dock, as long as they don't get military ships, you can continue fishing safely. But though you have fishing boats, like any roost boats, can be transformed into a different boat by paying the cost. So you can make them into attack ships, you can make them into galleys, whatever you need, they can be made into, which is very helpful on the fly. Makes you very hard to raid off the water. Now this is interesting. Forward Barbican, not on the choke, but on the water. Meaning he really wants to secure this fishing and denies his opponent that. Though I would feel if you're going to put it anywhere, right here would be better. Or between you and your opponent. Like right here would be very solid, making you very hard to harass. But obviously, these players, they're experienced. They have... Oh, I am an idiot. That is Dibby's Barbican. He's putting that on British Zeus. Don't mind me, I wasn't even looking at the right freaking emblem there. Yep, this is bad. You're going to see those junks coming out. They're going to be harassing your fishing. You're going to be harassing their fishing. Yeah, you might as well just pull those back over here and pull those guys into the attack range. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, he's not attacking them. That's not what you want to be doing. Because those will be going down right now. We see Joan is going for the boar. And Nomad is helping his ally get the... Ow, bit my cheek, don't mind me. Is going to help his ally get XP off the boar for Joan. Joan is a hero character, probably the only hero character really worth anything. You do have the Mongol Khan, but Joan is better by a mile. No debate in my opinion. Now we are seeing early military here from Marina. This could be them preparing for a push. It could just be a little bit of military just to make sure that they don't get raided early and get completely screwed. And yep, like I thought earlier, you're going to see allied as Delhi with his fishing boats having attacks are going to completely deny the fishing from Serona, which is, that's rough. You invest that much into it, that's a lot of vital resources. That is not easy to pick back up on. Nomad apparently, though, forgetting to build houses. Who says that experienced players can't make mistakes? We're all human. Oh, he's on it now. Yep, good for him, good for him. Now let's see what we got going on here in the middle. We're seeing the boars are continuing to get hunted, which is good. We are seeing that this Barbican has took their fishing offline, but it's also taken... These junks have taken the British Zeus or Dibby off of water. Though for either one of these civs, they are both civs that can afford to be off of water. You have Japan, who upon getting their daimyo setup done, they get faster gather rate from their farms in an area, while you have granaries as China, who can gather. It's just two of the best food gather rates in the game with farms. So like long term, this wasn't really necessary for either of them. Like, neither one of them is going to have, like, a huge loss from this, but neither of them are going to be, like, really benefiting. We are seeing British Zeus reach Castle, though we've also seen Dibby has also been in Castle, so that's two. They're both kind of racing that here. Yeah, we're seeing a huge denial of water by the Delhi player here, Allied Trex. He's just sending those into that, trying to get rid of those docks as fast as possible, and makes sense. You want your opponent off the water, you want your water to be secure, and you don't want to have to fight over it. Now, we do see peace in the north between Paddy and Nomad with the fishing there, and they're both just going to wall off. And seeing as how there's not a gate here from Nomad. He doesn't plan to use that anytime soon, or at least not right now, very least. Now, this is smart. You want a direct route to your ally for trade, because if you can get, like, trade here, the only thing in your way is this wood line. So getting on this wood and just cutting through as fast as possible to not only get you that node, but to get your trade line as straightforward as possible is going to have a lot of value. Yep, we are seeing that Sirona has been completely pushed off the water there, so we will see how that leads to the future. Right now, we are seeing the brothers Nani and Arena are going to wall each other off, which makes sense. You don't want to fight you know each other's skills. You don't want to get backdoored by someone who knows how you play and your skill level. Put up some walls for some defense. Though we are seeing a very safe and cautious lumbering operation from them, and they're not going to do what Nani and Nomad did, where they cut through the middle to probably set up trade. See where the other teams are doing. See Patty over here. He has gone double TC under Aachen. That is smart, as HRE going double TC Aachen is going to give you an insanely good economy. Oh, triple T. Okay, yeah, really good economy from him. Now, this is also a smart play. You're going to wall off your resources in the middle. You want to make sure that no one else can, like, really compete with you for them. And honestly, setting up, like, a TC there, TC here from each of those players, getting these sacred, or the relics, that's going to be big plays. Big plays indeed. Now, at this point, I don't think we're going to see any more military fights on the water anytime soon, at least not as it stands. Oh, excuse me again. We're just going to kind of see everyone setting themselves up. You want to set yourself up for success, for sure. At this point, though, you kind of want to see stone walls. This late into the game, like in 1v1, wood walls would be good enough, because they are there to more deter, like, light aggression. But in FFAs, you're going to not see a lot of early harass, or at least not enough on maps like this where it's worth it. Because even if, for instance, he went like 3 or 4 nights to go harass, that's not going to break through this faster than a village can repair, and you're kind of just wasting resources on something that you're not going to get rid of. But seeing as how he is making military, now at this point, that means he is either worried about someone else attacking him, or he himself is ready to go on the aggression. And with triple TC, his eco should be pretty, it should be doing well. And that 80 eco, yep, that's pretty good. And he's on the center resources, he's patrolling the middle. This military may just be here just to secure these relics, which is fair. You know, you don't want anyone else getting on them. You know HRE needs them for their economy to really be in the top tier, or top tier for itself. Because they don't have any passive gold otherwise. All their bonus gold is from regnants, which they're not going to get up if you can get the relics. So it's a huge eco loss to HRE for that to happen. We do see a forward wall from Dibby between him and British Zeus, and we are seeing the mass Onubugeisha from British Zeus, which is smart. Like right now, if he pushed in, he could wreck this player both these players by himself with that amount of military. There's not enough production over here military-wise. They're getting it up now, I believe. Yep, they're setting up their barracks now, but that's not going to be soon enough, you know. At this point, you need your you need way more military than this. 9 Jungnu versus like 30 Onubugeisha, 35 Onubugeisha. That's not even a debate of what will win. Those Onubugeisha will slaughter them completely. Now, yeah, we are seeing this scout just being either forgotten or used to being annoying. We are seeing the barracks come up, probably to get out some spearmen or mass men-at-arms to go secure the relics. And then, oh, Nani has reached castle. So if is he going to be going for? Yeah, he's already producing the monks. so he can go get the relics for himself. So you can deny them for someone else. That's good for you. Yeah. He's gone up in numbers, boys. Onobugeisha are strong. They are not to be trifled with at all. And they will massacre. They will burn through just about anything. This is a very aggressive team. Yep, House of Learning again. Tower of Victory. I bet we'll see the free Sultan Elephants coming out soon, too. At this point, you really gotta do some really clever shooting with that amount of Zugnu to beat Onobugeisha, or hope that those Onomushas or Onobugeishas get just in line for that, because yeah, if they oh, that hurts. That is not what you want to happen. That'll let your army get steamrolled really quickly. You'll see that they basically can't run away from this. They could attempt. They might as well go in and get as much damage as they can, but they're just going to instantly get deleted due to that damage. So that's a game-winning play right there, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, and all others. We are seeing some early relic grab, or not early at this point, but we are seeing relic grabbing. Early relic grabs are like sub 12 minutes minimum. Yeah, Mass Jugnu will delete anything. Knights included, they'll delete Onobugeisha. They'll delete Samurai. It doesn't matter. When you're doing a 3-round burst shot with 6 damage a shot, you're doing a maximum of 18, minimum of 3. Yep, and we're seeing the Onobugeisha over here trying to secure these relics, while the Knights are here to get rid of the Onobugeisha. And if there was something that could take on Onobugeisha, it is Knights. While they have an insane attack speed, they do lack armor and HP. You're doing 1 armor and 100 HP versus 190 with 4 armor. That's not great. See that 12 damage at 0.9 attack speed versus 20 with 1.5. So not bad actually. This is actually better or equal DPS in terms of the attacks per second, damage per second. But obviously Knights will have the charge, and Knights do have the greater HP, and they have the lance. Oh, we do see Allied coming to join his ally Berzeus with mass men-at-arms. And once again, these are the upgraded ones. These are not like just standard men-at-arms with no bonuses. 20% attack speed with that plus 3 damage. Those guys will hit hard. Right now, though, they need some spring alls to make sure they don't have to deal with siege, because they are hard countered by mangonels and STBs. Not something they want to be dealing with at this point in the game, is losing a mass blob like they've done already. A mass blob they lost earlier is already setting them behind, and we're going to see AoE damage Lance next getting prepped, which makes sense, you know. And we're definitely I don't think we're seeing the brotherly favoritism here, as relics are being fought over quite hard by the two. And yep, he will get away there. I don't know how he got through there. That wall is janked somehow. That's weird. They need to fix that. Joys of custom maps. Sometimes things like that happen. Yep, Jugnu have been defeated, and this may be it for the forces of China. Getting those men-at-arms in your base, they're going to start clearing out infrastructure. Your ally does not have mass forces yet, and you're not going to have an answer to the mass Onobugeisha men-at-arms. Like, you're not going to even get that keep up in time, I don't think. This is a total base relocation. You got to get out of there right now before you lose anything important. I would even cancel these farms, save the wood, and relocate up here to your ally and just kind of beg in the corner. Oh, we're seeing an early sacred site grab. This is interesting. There's only 1 sacred site on this whole map. So them going for it is basically a declaration of war for everyone else. And if the forces unite against them very quickly, they're not going to be able to hold it. Though they may just be doing that for free golds. If they don't need to defend it heavily. So it could just be a little bit of extra gold, get people kind of messed up, and if no one goes for it right away, if you only need to hold it for a few minutes, if it's left alone, then you're good. So let's call it the 1930 about. So They get left alone. They get left alone. Right now, this team doesn't have the energy to deal with it. Neither, or that player won't have time. Neither will this one. They have to recover. We are saying the only teams that are in positions to stop them is Allied Trex and British Zeus, and Sirona and Arena, or aka Sai Sakurazaka. Oh, that's an interesting name. We'll just call him Sai. Now, I would like to see some keeps up on this. They would be interesting to see the heavy defense on it from this time already. We are seeing mass infrastructure coming up, so this is not half-hearted. They're definitely, yep, with walls coming up too, they're 100% meaning to defend this. This is not a joke. This is not a meme. This is them coming for victory. And if no one's ready for it, then, you know, it's just that much easier to hold. Maybe a bit too greedy. Oh, we are seeing a clever play from Patty. He's going to be setting up probably some rams in the back line here. And, yeah. And see, this is the issue with leaving your base and going full ham on someone else. They're going to be attacking you. So, Allied is going to be getting whacked here while a Wonder is on the thing. With Nomad, I bet they're, yep, is that going to be keeps? Yep. I wonder if they're going to be putting Red Palace on this. If they go Red Palace on this with the Kremlin, then, or not Kremlin, the Spasskaya, they will have a very entrenched position here on this sacred time. And they're going mass stone with keeps. They're getting walls. They're layering up really hard. Which, you know what? Do what you gotta do. They just keep making layers, keep getting defenses on it, keep pumping out military, and no one stops them. Then that's it. Like, if people don't respond immediately, then there's going to be issues. This is the issues of FFA is people don't always react the way they need to. Like right now, Sirona continuing this push into Allied means that this team cannot afford to go out against the middle. And then this team has already been kind of butchered down. They're going to need a second to get their eco back online. They have good bank though. They got their vills. They kept their vills alive with Patty, and Dibby still has 79 eco. That's not bad. He could get his stuff back online a bit. This army needs to get pulled back. He needs to be defending himself because this is not a half-hearted push. This is a straight up. Someone's going for the kill here. So you gotta take this seriously. This is 2 armies in your base. They're not gonna just let you get up keeps. They're not just gonna let you get your free units. They're gonna push in. They're gonna push in hard. And so right now you need them alive because this is no longer something you can take on 1v1 like passively. You need to be really defending yourself here. Now let's take a seat. Okay, he's gone for High Armory. High Armory, for those who do not know, gives you better siege as Rus. Specifically, decreasing cost of siege engines and nearby siege workshops by 20%, contains unique siege engine technology. So decreased cost, huge. Now the special bonuses you're going to get is increased damage by bombards 20%, and bombards gain plus 50% damage versus infantry. Siege crew training, setup, and teardown speeds of mangonels, trebuchets, and bombards are instant. Rams increase damage increased by 25%, and they heal 2 damage or 2 health every second. And banded arms increase the range of spring alts by 0.5 tiles, which means they outrange other spring alts. Yep, they knew what they were doing. This is going to be a heavy hold, and this team they need to be pushing up the middle right here. They're refocusing their efforts to head north, which is good. And they are going to find out very quickly that this is not an easy push. The mass keeps, mass layers of walls, mangonels, knights. This is an art. This is ready for bear, loaded for bear. This is not what you want to be hitting. Naniori probably needs to hit Imperial at this point. He needs the... I would put Red Palace up here. Make sure your flanks are good, or even forward, like Red Palace right there, Red Palace right here. Or at least go College of Artillery and get Mass Rebalkans. Some Rebalkans right now would be really good. Nani, though, probably not aged up because he's going... he's spending all this push for this wonder. It's going to keep his resources really low. So we need these mangonels firing here to save resources. They do not have bank to just be throwing away armies. So they need as much DPS as fast as possible, and that right there is it. That is what they needed to be doing. Those mangonels are going to just delete everything and anything. And at this point, we saw that at the 1930s, so they're already about 6.5 minutes into this push. Yep, we're going to see Red Palace on this side. They're going to go for it, and that's a risky bet, though. Like, and so much that I didn't realize his gold was that low. He can build horsemen for days, though, and having Red Palace there, that's going to be insane for defense. Like, that cannot be underestimated. This is not good, though. They're pushing up on you already. You probably want Red Palace right here on the sacred site to delete militaries as they get up on the sacred. But this is also going to really hold this flank. Yep, and if they can get this wonder or this Red Palace going, this will really help their push. Well, I'm not sure if this will be in time, fellas. Yep, they're going to get that build down, but more builds are being pulled. Nani has a high villager count as it stands, so this is not like him losing builds does not mean a lot. This is going to be rough. The keep layers are just coming and coming and coming. This is rough. You don't have a great position here. Now, Nani, he needs to be fighting with the siege blobs. The siege blobs are going to win all these fights right now, especially against mass infantry. So if he can fight under Red Palace and under siege, you're going to see those armies just get deleted. And immediately it's gone. He may lose one siege, but versus the amount that he just killed there, you'll take that trade all day if you're not in a Nomad. They won a sacred victory last time. They're winning it again. They're pulling all their monks with relics to put on the center. So that way, when someone goes onto the sacred, even if they make it through all this, they stay under the monk prelate conversions. They'll either lose their army or they have to pull back. Thus, like pushing the fights in their favor yet again. Now that is not what you want to happen. They should have hit that blob a lot sooner. They're going to lose 3 or 4 mangonels for their trouble, and that sucks. So, but they once again are going to win that fight, and let's see what the bank is at. We got no food on that end. We got a little bit of food there. Dibby is doing okay on food and gold, but he doesn't have a lot of wood because he's got to replace infrastructure. Patty probably has the best bank to push into this, but I don't know. He's going against far more experienced players that really know what they're doing. Like these guys, already pulling bills to get rid of towers. They'll probably get those on those ramps here soon enough. Yep. Oh, now he's just flexing. That's a flex. Yep. See, he's gonna get the villagers on that. His Nomad's bank is not great right now, but he has a lot of vills. So even if he loses like 20, 30 of these guys, it's not going to be hurting him as long as he doesn't run out of food bills, because he's got enough gold to probably last the rest of this hold. There's probably about a minute left. This is going to be a quick one, boys. Goes to show you cannot just let people bank away. And that's it. That was the finals. Players who know what they're doing, showing that they know what they are doing. This is why scouting is important. To put it simply, you got to know what your opponents are doing, know that they're setting up. If this was called out earlier, if the Allied Trex and British Zeus had stopped attacking sooner, and Sai and Serona had stopped attacking Allied sooner, then they may have had a chance, but there was too little too late. Well, thank you all for joining me for the first Dandy D Dragon tournament. And I hope you all continue to watch. You all have a great day and a great year and great everything, I guess.